Hello, what is going on, you guys? I am Dougie, and I am going to be bringing you some Black Ops 3 beta information in this video. This is just kind of a quick video for me to give you an overview of things that I have researched and found out, and things that I have seen from retail stores and from the PlayStation marketplace as well. So to start out, the beta begins technically tonight at 12 o'clock Pacific time, which is 3 o'clock Eastern for those of you that don't know, and those of you that live in between, you know how to base your time off of those. So, just to go over the in-store pre-order versus the digital pre-order. If you do a in-store pre-order, let's say, I'm going to use GameStop as a blanket statement example because that's where most people do in-store pre-orders for games. So, let's say you go to GameStop, you put your $5 down. Your receipt's going to have a code. So what it does, it tells you to go to callofduty.com and type in the code with an email address, and I believe they ask for your sign-in for PlayStation stuff as well. That may not be the case necessarily now. It may be a little bit later on, but regardless. So you put your code into callofduty.com. It's a 13-digit code, as far as I know. And then what you're going to do is they send on a rolling basis starting 12 Pacific. So I'm going to say Eastern time because that's where I am and where most of the people watching are. So at 3 o'clock Eastern, the emails will start being sent out to those of you who did your code. So you will then get emailed a beta token. The beta token is a code in which you put on to PlayStation or Xbox, but let's say PlayStation because that starts tonight. So you're going to type in that 12-digit code just like the back of a $10 PlayStation card. It's a 12-digit code. You're going to type that in, then you can start downloading the beta. That's in-store. Digital, which means buying it from the PlayStation Store or going to Amazon and buying a digital pre-order of the game. Those are basically the only two digital options, as far as I know for now. So you do your digital pre-order. What happens is you go to the store. I bought the digital Pro Edition or the digital Hardened Edition, whatever you want to call it. It's $100. Comes with the season pass. So, but this goes the same for the regular version as well. What you're going to do is you spend the $60 or $100 all at once. There's no $5 down. You pay the full price, and you're automatically signed up. No email, no Call of Duty account, no beta tokens, no beta codes. That's it. So at 3 Eastern, or actually it could be 12 Eastern, due to the fact that PlayStation usually, for the most part, will do 12 o'clock Eastern and just let the people in California get it early. So that's, I think where it's going to be at. So regardless, so you get it, you download it, you play. So the time of release technically for the in-store version would be 3 o'clock definitely because it's 12 o'clock Pacific. That's when your email gets sent. So you still have to do all the codes and everything at 3 in the morning, or you can just do it the next day if you don't care. The release time for the digital copy will either be 12 or 3, but all you'll have to do is download it and play. The download time, now that's a little complicated because it is a 15 gigabyte download. Some people are saying, oh, well, it takes about an hour, at least an hour to download a gigabyte. Sometimes that's the case, but in large amounts like this, 15 gigabytes, things will go a little bit quicker, regardless of if you're in an in-store pre-order or a digital pre-order. It'll go a lot quicker than 15 hours. I'm guessing it's going to be between 3 and 4 hours with my internet, and I have about a 25 to 30 download speed. So with that, and with any beta that I've ever played or have seen released, there is a huge possibility of a day one crash. This would not be surprising to me if it does happen, due to the fact that they're emailing everyone that pre-ordered a code. So and everyone on PlayStation. I am guaranteeing the statement that PlayStation will crash probably, just due to the fact that PlayStation will crash for nothing. So there is the possibility of a crash. The reason a crash wouldn't be too terrible, and I know this sounds like I'm saying something bad, but I'm not. The possibility of a crash wouldn't be the worst thing. When I was playing the Destiny beta, there was some day one issues, and they extended it multiple days. When I was playing the Titanfall beta, there was an issue with games only being able to play bots and stuff like that, and there was an issue with the Titanfall beta. They extended it. So a one-day crash could eventually lead to a multiple-day extension. Do I think that Activision and Call of Duty would do that? Maybe. I think if there's a full day where people can't play, they'll extend it a full day. On to the next thing, leveling up. I've seen people wondering, how many levels will you be able to do? I know in Destiny you were only able to... The Destiny beta, you could only play the first couple missions, and when it was online, you could only get to, I think, level 10. Titanfall, you could only get to level 14. Those are the two betas that I played fully through. So level 14. But here is where I think that the leveling up system in Black Ops 3 beta will be a little different. It says on Charlie Intel, which is where I've gotten most of my information, that in the Black Ops beta, you will be able to play with 8 specialists. The specialists are different characters, for those of you that don't know. Now, the specialists are unlocked at levels between 10 and I think 38 is the last one I saw. So, figuring, let's say, I saw the highest level I've seen from any gameplay was 54. So I can assume it's either going to be 55 or 60, but I think it's going to be 55. So I think you'll be able, I probably am wrong, as with most things, but I could be wrong, that you will be able to go to the max level but not be able to enter prestige mode in this beta, which sounds wild, but then again, Call of Duty is a little bit easier to level up than in most games. Games like Battlefield, Counter-Strike, Titanfall, Destiny, they're much harder to level up in. Call of Duty, the first couple levels, the first 10 levels, you can get through in a game or two, so it's not a very difficult thing to do. So that's just what I think. The maps that will be available in the beta, there are only 3. One is Hunted, which is a resort, the resort level with a swimming pool. That's the one that has kind of the cave with the wooden catwalk, if you've seen any gameplay of it. The second one is Evac, which is a jungle rooftop. For the competitive that was played at Gamescom, this was the Uplink map. This map seems very cool. It's a very nice looking map. It's very 3-lane straightforward classic Call of Duty map. And then the third one is Combine, which is the research facility that is kind of brighter. So there's that. There's a lot of wall running in that map as well. So there are 7 game modes available in the beta. Just going through them real quick. Team Deathmatch, Domination, Demolition, Kill Confirmed, Hardpoint, Capture the Flag, Search and Destroy. Done. Those are the 7 game modes. What I would like to play, I could play Demolition for all 5 days and be happy. I've been waiting for it, so I have no problem with it. So I think I'll be doing that mostly, probably some Search and Destroy as well. And if Uplink is in it, it wasn't announced for the beta, but it is announced in the game, so if Uplink is in it, that'd be great as well. But I'm going to be sticking to Demolition, I miss it. The things that I'll be recording is my gameplay. I'm going to be recording my first game. Now, I said I was going to be recording every game. I probably will. But definitely my first game, I'm going to be recording just so you can see my first hands-on experience with Black Ops. I'm going to do a face cam with that. And then I think what else I'll be doing is taking the gameplays I get and breaking them into segmented videos. You know, what I think of this gun, and just show the gameplay with that gun across different games. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. just to finish up, as I do, if anyone knows when a game is about to come out, I like thinking what guns I'm going to be using day one. So I love assault rifles. I do use SMGs every now and again, but I really love assault rifles. I just love the power and accuracy that you get with them, and the lack of mobility doesn't really bother me. So with the assault rifles, the three that I think to give a good lookout for is first the Man of War. Reason being, it was banned almost every time in the competitive matchups. One team was protecting and banning it from the other team, so there's got to be a reason for that. If these pros are trying to take it out of each other's hands, then it's a gun to watch out for. Next is the ARK. This is the AK. AKs have always been good. I can't remember a Call of Duty where AKs weren't good. Off the top of my head, they've always been solid. I've watched a gameplay, especially Alier's video that he uploaded a couple weeks ago of him playing with the ARK. It melted. He was using a silencer, and it was getting very quick kills. And then finally, the M8A7. This is I believe it's a 4-round burst like it was in Black Ops 2. It could be a 3-round burst. Regardless, it's a burst fire gun. Extremely similar to the M8A1 in Black Ops 2, which I loved. It was a slaying machine. It was the FAMAS from MW2 all over again. So definitely that. For the SMGs, again, like I said, not a huge SMG player, but on smaller maps or when I feel like using it, I go to it. Only two that really stuck out to me, which is the Weevil, which is the P90-esque gun, which, if we go back to Black Ops 2, the gun that this was like was the PDW. I believe, yeah, the PDW. This had a huge clip. When the game first came out, it was unstoppable. Then it turned into nothing. But it was a great gun when it came out. Large clip, large rate of fire, low damage. Classic P90 gun. Next is, for the submachine guns, and my last recommendation for the submachine guns is the Kuda, which everyone seems to be getting on the bandwagon with. This is the MP5 remake. MP5 has had a pretty rough run in Call of Duty. Some games it's great, some games it's terrible, some games it's usable, some games it's the forgotten gun. MW2, the MP5K, the little thing, it was terrible. Then you have the MP5 in COD 4 that was like, you use it every time. So MP5s are always hit or miss, but I'm really excited. It looks like it's a little lower fire rate, a little more accuracy and power, which I like out of an MP5. I don't like it just spitting out nothing. So that's good. And then finally, I very rarely use shotguns, but in Black Ops 2, I probably use shotguns the most as I ever have, due to the Remington 870, which everyone complained about. I was the only person that didn't complain about it because I loved it, and I loved getting kills with it, and it was a good gun. There's a KRM, which is it looks exactly like the R870. In gameplay, it's exactly, it looks like a remake of the R870. So those are just a quick topics that I wanted to cover. I know this video ran a little long, but I feel like I wanted to cover everything that could have come up in the beta, hopefully answer anybody's questions. If you're watching this and you have any questions, please drop a comment of a question below. I can reply to it right away. Or you can check on my channel as well. It has my Twitter information. Any questions you have, I'll do my best to answer. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy playing the beta, and look forward to some gameplay.